It's a wave the Mr. Quickie, oh yeah.
Well, it's that time of year again when we look at the various stories about the birth of Jesus and realize that they not only conflict with each other in many ways which cannot be reconciled, but also demonstrate the kind of legendary development which comes along when people make stuff up and without constraint pass it around for a couple decades. Let's start out with the Gospel according to Matthew, written by Hitch Knows Who. We begin with the genealogy of Jesus, which I've recently learned has nothing to do with Jesus being a genie. Who knew? It's simply a way of tracing lineage, except Matthew completely screwed the pooch, and all the other major animals really, by tracing Jesus' lineage through Joseph, who, according to Matthew, Luke, Maury Povich, and Jerry Springer, is not the biological father, but some guy who was just hoodwinked by an angel, promised 30 pieces of silver and a pair of Birkenstocks. Joe is not the father, we're told, because Jesus' real father is God, who had his spirit come upon Mary, which at first sounds like a misfire, but somehow it worked. Of course, God gave the Spirit illicit instructions on how to impregnate Mary without breaking her hymen, because God really wanted to call her the Virgin Mary. Mostly because he couldn't read Hebrew and got tricked by the Septuagint translation of Isaiah 7:14. After Jesus was born in Bethlehem, wise men from the east came to see and worship Jesus. They made a very long and treacherous journey, finding Jesus by following a star they bought from Google Maps, which gave them turn-by-turn directions. When they arrived and saw Jesus, they bowed down, worshipped him, and gave him presents of gold, frankincense, and myrrh, made by actual mermaids. Unfortunately, these not-so-wise men stopped by Herod's first to pick up some luxury items, candles, diffusers, that kind of thing. But they tipped off the manager at Herod's regarding the birth of Jesus, unwisely calling him the King of the Jews. Well, Herod was the king of the Jews, and he didn't want to have to share his royal crown and robes with a baby. And honestly, it's not like they would fit anyway, right? Fortunately, these wise guys were told in a dream. We don't know if it was a collective dream or whether it was just one of them who had the dream. But they were told in a dream that Herod was now on a need-to-know basis and that he didn't need to know anything more about Jesus. So after delivering the gifts to the Bubala, they exited the country via the side door in the basement so that Herod wouldn't find out. Then an angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph to deliver his Birkenstocks and the 30 pieces of silver. While there, the angel told Joey that he needed to make like a shepherd and get the flock out of Dodge, or rather Bethlehem. The angel left them with a pamphlet promoting Egyptian travel and told them that it was a lovely time of year to see the pyramid and the Sphinx. Joseph had been to Egypt years ago for spring break and had always wanted to return. And thank Hitch, Joey listened, because Herod was pissed about the wise guys cutting him out of the loop. He decided that the only way he could secure his throne for his progeny was to have all the male children in and around Bethlehem under the age of 2 dirt-napped. Then it was fulfilled what was spoken by the prophets Stanley and Peter. Beth, I hear you calling, but I can't come home right now. Me and the boys are playing, and we just can't find the sound. Boy, been there. Later, Herod died by choking on a ham sandwich. Such an idolater. Then an angel of the Lord appeared to Joey in a dream because he couldn't afford the airfare. He told Joey that it was safe to return to Israel. Unfortunately, housing prices had skyrocketed, and Joey could no longer afford a place in Bethlehem. But that too fulfilled the prophecy saying, he shall be called a Nazarite. So there you have it, the story of Christmas, the glory of Christmas, told right here on YouTube with unrivaled historical accuracy. In the next video, we'll do the same with Luke's rendition, which again in no way aligns with Matthew's, as if that matters, right? That should be loads of fun. Until then, I'm the very spirit of Christmas. Thanks for watching.